Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, September 14th. We're in the middle part of September, and that, climatologically speaking, is usually the most active time of the year for tropical activity. A lot going on in the Pacific Ocean, and there's even some activity in the Atlantic Basin. We'll take a look at both areas right now. First of all, as of late last night, there was a super typhoon called Meranti, and it kind of sideswiped the southern part of Taiwan, now weakening and headed towards the eastern part of China. This is a colorized infrared satellite imagery loop from the University of Wisconsin. And right here is what was Super Typhoon Meranti, is now weakening stage. This island right here is Taiwan, and again, the southern part of Taiwan was smashed by this super typhoon. It was classified as a Category 5 now, weakening stage, as it's about to run into eastern China, right in this region right here. The waters are a little bit cooler as you get closer and closer to the China coast, so indeed you can tell it weakened overnight and is now in a weaker state as it's about to run into eastern China. Downstream, multiple other areas of interest here in the Pacific Ocean, all headed in that same general direction. Again, this is the most active time of the year in the tropics, climatologically speaking, and it's certainly living up to that reputation. Well, let's get back much closer to home, and we now have a new tropical storm, officially named Tropical Storm Julia, here in the southeastern part of the U.S. Just a large area of showers and thunderstorms, eastern Georgia, southeastern part of South Carolina, and it should kind of sit and spin in that region. Nothing too severe, however, it is something that we have to watch here, even up in the mid-Atlantic region. It's possible some of this moisture gets wrapped up into a frontal system that comes into our region around Sunday night time frame. It's entirely possible that some of this moisture will feed in and enhance the chances for some decent rainfall around here. We certainly can use some decent rainfall. There's a frontal passage coming tonight, most likely on the dry side. At best, some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Sunday's frontal system looks like it has a better chance, and we'll get into the forecast of that over the next few minutes. Sunday's frontal system looks like it has a better chance of producing some decent rainfall in the mid-Atlantic region. And there's an outside chance, again, that this moisture down here with Tropical Storm Julia somehow plays a role in the latter part of the week and early part of next week up here in the mid-Atlantic region. So we'll continue to monitor this area of showers and thunderstorms. Well, let's take a look at some forecast maps from last night's 0Z GFS model run that's put out by NOAA. All of these maps from tropicaltidbits.com. Today will be the hottest day of the week. High temperatures at or slightly above the 90-degree mark in the I-95 corridor. There's an outside chance that some records will be broken this afternoon if we manage to get up into the low to mid-90s in some spots. But again, 90 degrees should be reached this afternoon in D.C., Philadelphia. Around 90 in New York City is possible as well. But a strong cold front whips through the region later tonight, and it will be a touch of fall on Thursday and Friday. Afternoon temperatures the next couple of days generally confined to the 70s. This is the forecast map for this evening. Cold frontal system lying right about here. Very isolated showers associated with this frontal passage. We've been quite dry in the I-95 corridor over the last couple of weeks, and this frontal passage tonight will not help out much at all. There can be an isolated shower or a thunderstorm, a little bit more likely to the north and west of the big cities. Don't expect this by any means to be a drought buster. Notice large high pressure moving in towards the southeastern part of Canada, northeastern part of the U.S., and that high will dominate the next couple of days. And here's the forecast map for Thursday evening. We're jumping ahead 24 hours, again, using last night's 0Z GMT GFS model run. High pressure dominating the scene here in New England. A touch of fall on the way for Thursday and Friday. Notice all the moisture still around here in the southeastern part of the country associated with Tropical Storm Julia. Let's jump ahead another 24 hours. Well, by Friday night, that high pressure starts to push off the northeast coastline. Still a comfortable day on Friday. High temperatures in the afternoon, generally in the upper 70s in the I-95 corridor. Certainly 80-degree mark can be reached in some spots. Still some moisture hanging around in the southeastern part of the country while this frontal system starts to slowly move its way towards the east coast. Well, now we're headed into the weekend. This is the forecast map for Saturday evening. That high pressure well off the coast. Moisture associated with the next frontal system cutting across the Ohio Valley, and some moisture remaining behind with respect to Tropical Storm Julia, kind of getting fed up into this frontal system that will be approaching during the weekend. Saturday looks like a mainly dry day, a bit warmer here. High temperatures back up in the 80s, probably the low 80s for the most part in the I-95 corridors. By Saturday night, there can be some showers, especially pushing into the western suburbs. Well, here's the forecast map for Sunday evening, and again, Sunday looks like it's probably the best chance in a while for some decent rainfall here in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor associated with that frontal system moving in from the west, and maybe some residual moisture from what is currently Tropical Storm Julia down in the southeastern part of the country. Notice also high pressure behind it. That gets ready to move in. It looks like Monday will be a clearing type of day, comfortable temperatures again, and both Sunday and Monday will be rather seasonable for this time of the year. That means high temperatures around the 80-degree mark. So again, today, the hottest day of the week, 90 degrees likely in many areas, maybe even 92 in a few spots. Much cooler tomorrow, a touch of fall for Thursday and Friday, a bit warmer on Saturday. For the most part, dry, rain-free conditions Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Some shower activity Saturday night, Sunday night, maybe even into early Monday associated with that next frontal system, maybe even a thunderstorm or two. And again, we'll continue to monitor the Atlantic Basin tropical scene. Right now, Tropical Storm Julia is sitting and spinning in the southeastern part of the country. It could feed some moisture into the frontal system coming our way for the latter part of the weekend. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.